Hello, hello. I see if I am live right now. I am supposed to be live. I have had my challenges. Let's see. Ha, hello out there. Looks like I am actually live, and that is a good thing. Look at that. All right. Hello, my name is Angie, and I am getting set up here. I have a couple of housekeeping things to do first. What I'm going to do is click on the first item in the carousel and make sure that comes up because I'm going to do a couple of things here to get us started. All right. So basically, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to loosely call myself a content creator. I do a podcast with my very dear friend from high school. We have a podcast called uh, look at me, Real Talk with Becky and Angie. And it is actually, you can find it on Amazon. So it is on Amazon and all the other streaming places, but it's also on YouTube. And so what I'm going to show you today is basically going to show you that if you think you can't do a podcast or you think you can't do a YouTube video, um, then nope, live now. Uh, I think that we may have some stuff here. So let me see if some people jump on. But anyway, I wanted to show that there is no reason in the world that you can't do what I'm doing. So I want to say, if you could please put in the chat and let me know that you can hear me, one, because I did a whole like 10 minutes of one podcast or live and was muted for the whole first section of it. So if you are here, I would love for you to jump in and say hi. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Again, my name is Angie, and I said, like I was saying, I do a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel and podcast with my friend Becky. It's called Real Talk with Becky and Angie. And what I wanted to show you today is that if you've ever thought, I'd like to do a podcast, or I'd like to do a YouTube video, or I'd like to have a YouTube channel, but you're scared for one, or you don't know how to put it all together, or you don't even know where to start. I mean, do I do it with my phone? Do I do it? Yes, just start with your phone. Just start with your phone. But what I wanted to show you today, this is like, look at this as kind of like a starter kit, if you will. Now there's some higher end things that I have in the show today, but in the love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I would love the follows as well. If you are here, make sure that you go ahead and click on the follows. That really means a lot to me. And let me see. Like I was saying, so there are some higher end things in here, but you can really just get started. And that's what I want to make sure that hygiene I did. I saw Michael and I was like, oh, I know who it is this time. And so that's it. I'm going to show you some of the things that I have that I use to do the podcast, YouTube, and also some of the things that I use for another platform that I do that I sell clothes. But we won't go in there. We won't go there. So, but first I wanted to show you one of my tricks. Alexa, turn on first light and let there be light. Thank you. Okay, so first thing we have up, as I have featured right there, is the Philips. Let me bring this up on my side so I can also tell you a little bit more about it, because I'm going to tell you guys, honest to God truth, I have all the things. Doesn't mean I know all the things about all the things, and you don't have to know all the things, right? You just have to know enough to get them to work. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, please tell me in the chat. You can relate to that. It's like, oh yeah, I don't have to know luminaires. I don't know what they're called. I don't know, but I can tell you that this is the Philips Hue white and color ambiance, and it's a 60-watt equivalent. I have her connected to, what is her other name that she goes by? Anyway, that Echo. I have her connected to Echo. I just tell her that I want there to be that light, and I get light. And I can change the colors through my app on my phone, and it's super fun. Second thing, so I'm going to kind of go through these. If you have questions, please let me know. But I have to tell you, They are, first of all, there's one that's for California residents. So for my California friends out there, just you be on the lookout. There's ones for you specifically, and then there's standard. I don't even know. You're probably going to pay more if you're out in California, but these are on my side right now. I'm not going to go through all the prices because they probably will change. Soon, this video is going to replay. However, I wish I would have gotten more of these. I love them and I will get more. So I wanted to let you know they are absolutely worth it. When I can just say, Alexa, turn off first light. Ta-da! Thank you. All right. I'm having a wonderful Thursday. Thank you. Now, Alexa, turn on first light. She's probably so confused. Thank you again. All right. Next up, I wanted to show you. So those are, aren't those fun? I wish, like I said, I wish I had them in more places. And let me see if I can do this on here that you can, on your app, I don't want to say her name, but on the app, you can change the colors. So I kind of figured out which colors I want to do. And let me do this one and this one. And let's do crimson. Oh, I don't like that. Let's do turquoise. Ooh, let's do cyan. Let's do blue. All right, I kind of want to go back to my magenta. All right, we're going to go back to my magenta and we're going to stay there for now. Show you. Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Who do we have? Thank you so much. My name is Angie Strader, and I am going over how little knowledge it takes to be a content creator, but it can be done. And I've put together basically a starter kit, if you can loosely call it that, but the things that would be very helpful if you're getting started, and to show you that I don't know all the names for all the things. I don't know all of the terminology, but I can tell you what works. All right, so here's what I want to do. A couple things I want to go over real quick on how the shopping app works. In case you haven't figured it out, on your screen, depending on whether you're on a mobile device or you're on like a computer or laptop, a regular screen, I guess, you're going to see what's called a carousel. That is where it's like a shopping tray for some that may know. I've heard of that before. That's where I'm going to feature the item that I'm currently talking about. You'll also see that there is a chat. Oh, let me get out of my changing colors over here. You will see there's the chat. Please, please, please jump in the chat, say hello. And if you don't know, the whole thing on Amazon, the whole world revolves around follows. Follows are the king, queen, ace of spades. They're everything. So a follow would be so appreciated. And I love all the hearts. So you're doing all the right things. I appreciate it. And this is going to be super informal. I've even got my hair up. I mean, I'm just here to just show you that you too can be a content creator, and it doesn't take rocket science, and you don't have to know all the nerdy stuff. I know a lot of the nerdy stuff, but not just enough to get the nerdy stuff done. Hey, I'll call myself a nerd, so nobody. Right, so that is the Philips Hue lights. Love them, would have them in more rooms, different colors. You can schedule them to have like mood lighting. I don't know. You can have morning. You can do all those things. So I think they're pretty fun. All right, so that's the first thing, because here's the reason why. We're talking about content creator. Now that I'm going to show you this and we're going to talk about it, you're going to look at a YouTube video from someone who does like just a talking head YouTube video, or like the blog type or podcast type that Becky and I do, which, by the way, again, is called Real Talk with Becky and Angie. You can find it on Amazon and all the places that you listen to streaming podcasts, and YouTube. Real Talk with Becky, Beckie, Becky and Angie, both with an IE. Becky and Angie. That's our channel, and that's where we're at. So anyway, when you look at the background of YouTube videos from now on, you're going to see things that you probably didn't see before. One of them are lights. You're going to see lights strategically placed in different areas. So this next one I want to bring up because they make a difference. They really do. They do make a difference. Now this is a light that I don't need to show you that there's a chargeable, do I? I plug this in. It has a magnet on the back, or you can stick it. It has 3M hook and loop. Haha, didn't catch me saying that word. Isn't that loud? Okay, anyway, hook and loop, 3M on the back, or magnet. You can charge this up, but look at this. I'm going to show you. So let me go to my different settings here. I am going to change this to, why don't we do this one green? No, let's do that. No, let's see. I have pink going on back there. So why don't I go to, but you know what? I think that's really intense. Maybe I should turn down the saturation a little bit. No, I'm going to put it back up. But maybe I should turn down the intensity. That's just so not like me to turn down intensity. But I'll turn down the intensity just a little bit. Anyway, you get the point. You can change the colors on this. It might be showing up very, very white on there, but you'll see when I put it behind me in just a second. There's infinite colors, hues, saturations, all of those things, and you can strategically put them in fun places. By the way, you're going to see that I'm tethered. I'm actually tethered here, and I'm going to take my tail with me as I walk over here. And why did I do this? Well, because you can hear me better, but also I like testing out the difference between things, between Bluetooth, which I didn't find was that great, to, no, I put the same color. I didn't want the same color. Okay, now see, I'll change this, how quickly I'll change this to, so here's the controls back here. I'm going to change it to, I want it to be more of a, I'm going to do more of a teal. But let me see, turn my saturation way up. And I want it to be, oh, well, I don't know. We're going to go with this. I don't know. Here we go. We're going to do that. Intensity way up. We'll have blue. How's that? We're going to put blue in that corner. All right, so now I feel better about that. Now you're going to look at YouTube videos going forward, and you're going to be like, oh, I see the color. I see color. Yes. Doesn't that add just a little bit in the background? Tell me, what do you think? Does it make a difference? Can you see if it makes a difference? I think it does. So that one's a little intense, but whatever, we're going to leave it. So that one is the, I'm going to bring that up. Right? It does make a difference. Now, Janine, have you noticed in any other shows that I've done, have you seen them in the back? And did you notice, or were you just like something? I don't know. I'm curious if you noticed. But anyway, this is the Aperture Amaran Mini on-camera video light. So one of the best things about it is you can take that, and as an outdoor photographer, I use that also to get shots that add a little bit of color and luminance, yeah, to flowers and things like that. Just kind of change things up a little bit. So that is the difference between why I have the Hue light bulb in one. And yes, so Janine says, I noticed something different, but couldn't pin it. Or yeah, you couldn't figure it out, right? You just know that there's something different. Now you're really going to notice when you see videos and you see things like that. So I wanted to show the two different versions. I can't take that light bulb with me out in the wild, but I sure can. I can take that with me, or if I do a remote, like family shot or photo shoot or something like that. So little things make a big difference. That's what I wanted to show you on that. The next thing I wanted to bring up to show you is, and if you have any questions on any of these, please let me know in the chat. I would appreciate it. It will help me to know if I'm going through stuff. And like I said, for those jumping on, my name is Angie, and I live in Dallas, Fort Worth. I have been doing lives on other platforms for a while, and this is a new venture for me. I'm doing Amazon shoppable videos. If you haven't seen that, if you go to my shop, which is, make sure I tell you exactly what that is correctly. And actually, I can put that in the chat too. There we go. Let me put this in the chat. You'll see let's go back here. This is my alter ego putting that in the chat there. That is where I have a lot. I think over 100 now, maybe 100. I don't know, a lot of Amazon shoppable videos that you can see different products, and I review them and give style and fashion tips and all that stuff. But anyway, you can go there and find out. And if you have something that you're curious about, you're like, I don't know. I mean, ask me. I may actually already have it, or I'd be willing to test it before you invest in it, by the way. So just keep in touch. I would appreciate it. Hello, Becky B. I've been talking about you. So in the chat is Becky B. Becky is my co-host for Real Talk with Becky and Angie, both with an IE. And she is in the chat. So Becky, I was explaining that you don't have to know really what you're doing to be a content creator. And we started with not knowing anything really back in January. And so I thought, you know what, there are a lot of people out there who are afraid to start. Can I get an amen on that? That are afraid to start, to do something like this. And then, and Becky, just so you know, that Michael is my dear friend Janine. And Janine, can you see right there? Anyway, people are afraid to do something. They think they might want to do a podcast, or they think they might want to do a YouTube channel. They don't know where to start, they don't know what they're supposed to get, and all that stuff. So kind of what I wanted to do is take something that I've been using for a long time and put it out here in kind of like here's your kit. But I have also explained that I'm not the foremost expert on all the little technical things on each one of them. I can just tell you why I like them, why I use them, and that's it. So Becky, did you come on when I was doing the lights? Because I got all fancy and turned the lights on. So I don't know if you saw that whole production there, but I was explaining why I use the lights, and yeah. So Becky, on the other hand, she has a beautiful scenery in the back of her videos, or her background. You missed it. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. We'll just go over that, right, Janine? It was absolutely brilliant. It was breathtaking how I got all the lights to come on, and it was just like, oh, okay. Anyway, so those are the two things I think really make a difference. Now, Becky, you will be happy to see that I finally got a chair that I am willing to sit in the workstation here. So I've been resisting. I had this cool like lounge chair, and it wasn't working worth a darn. It was cool, but it was uncomfortable. It didn't work. So I found this chair. Let me bring the chair up for you. This chair is awesome. And right now it is 47% off, you guys. 47% off. Because it wasn't 47% off when I bought it last week or so. Anyway, here's what I love about this chair. And I'm just going to show you real quick. And Becky, I was saying earlier, I'm tethered. I'll get to that. But I am tethered so that you can hear me real well. So you can hear me well. Anyway, the arms lift up. So I have easy exit, right? I have exit row on both sides. By the way, there's a secret. Did you know that some of the exit row seats that you don't think the arm will move up, there's a little button you push underneath? Of course, I'm talking about in a plane, right? You know that? There's a little hole that if you push there, the arm will come up. Who knew that? All right. So if you think that your exit row seat arm will not go up, push the little button underneath here and it will most of the time. Don't hold me to it. Okay. So swivel up, down, all the things. And it has lumbar support. It has this cool crank thing back here. Anyway, this is a great chair. And it rolls on carpet. that was my big thing is I didn't want to get, it's ergonomically uh, correct. So I didn't want to get a chair that I couldn't roll on carpet and I was going to have to get one of those mats. No, this chair rolls. It's so fun. Okay. So this whole content creator, why having a chair like this matters, I can tell you because I've been fighting it for far too long. This makes my life so much easier because I can actually do things while I'm here and not sit. If you've ever watched any of our videos, you'll notice I sit very like, here's my itty bitty arms because I don't move. My chair doesn't move. I don't feel like I have the freedom. I love this chair, and it is a huge discount right now. So I want to make sure that I put that in there for you. All right. Oh yes, and Jake, welcome, Jake. Jake, easy to assemble. Was it really easy to assemble, Jake? Because I just said, hey, I got this chair. He goes, you bought a chair? Like we don't have enough chairs. Yes, I bought a chair. Was it really easy to put together? So Jake said it was easy to assemble. I know that he did it quickly, so that's nice. And you did, and I sat down and I trusted you, and it didn't fall, and it was all those good things. So there is that. Okay, so get your nice chair. Now this next one, you guys, this next item, man, that's so good. That chair is such a good price. Okay, and I might need another chair for, I don't know why, but I just feel like I need another chair. Okay, now let me tell you about this table. Is it, no, is it up? Is it up? It is up. Okay, can't really show the table too well from where I'm at and moving the camera and everything. However, well, let me see if I can actually. This is another gadget that's on my, oh, that's, hello there. That's as far as it'll go. Okay, we can't go back any further. This is, let me turn it off. This table is everything, by the way. I love, there, it comes in multiple colors. Let me click on it, make sure I'm not telling you any stories because this table is so highly rated. Amazing table. Let me get, yeah, I don't have it brought up here. I want to bring this up. Okay, so it looks just like that. That's what the table looks like. If you click on the picture, you can click on any of the items that are in the carousel and you will be able to see the product specifications and all those things. You won't lose me. If you do lose me, come back to me. I'll still be here. But that's what the table looks like. There's only one difference with my table, and I don't see it in this first picture. It might be in another picture. There's a little pocket on the side of mine. There's a little like filing pocket, basically. So that's where I put like my notebooks and things like that. They go in there. And let me do this real quick. So highly rated table, and it's super light. If you've seen video of any of the videos that we've done before, I move this table. I literally move this table out of the way and I roll this other table into place. And this other table is what I use for other shows that I do. So you know that it's light enough that I can move it, like move it. And I just like having the different sets, if that makes sense to you. And I use it for because it's such a pretty white, I use it for products, like product videos. And so I don't have a lot of white counter space or white spaces in my house. I think I might soon, but as of right now, I don't. So that is one of the things that, no swear words. Jake said it was very easy to assemble, no swear words. I love it. That's funny. Well, you know, I have my fair share of swear words. So anyway, love the easy exit on this because I don't get caught up trying to make my way around things. Okay, so let me see where we're at on that. So this table will fit. I don't know. It's such a nice table. It's just like, it's weird. I'm really into this table if you can't tell, but because I can move it and I can put it in different places, like I would use this because this little pocket has like little clamps that are on it. I could take this pocket off and I would use this for like in an entryway, or I would use this even if you needed that extra table space when you have the holidays, maybe like buffet, because it's pretty. It's pretty. I would use it in the bedroom, little writing desk. I don't know. There's so many. You can use it as almost like a vanity, put a mirror above it. It just is pretty. And I like pretty. So there's, pretty. And it didn't cost a fortune. It is light. I put it together, I think. Jake, did I put this together or did you? I know you'll tell me. Um, may have just been like a couple of screws because I don't remember. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, you guys have any questions on any of these items, please let me know. Let me know in the chat. I love seeing the hearts. You guys are doing all the fun things that I appreciate. The likes, the follows, the chat, those are all the things that are just making me, I needed this today in case those that knew or know or don't know. Okay, so now I want to show you kind of the next, well, let me talk about this one. As I said earlier, oh, and this is on sale too. Look at that. Let me bring this up here. So as I said, I am tethered. I have I think they call it it's a lavalier mic. And I am wired to my computer, but I could also wire it to, yes, it can be that this light over here, Janine. Yes, absolutely. And so I would definitely, in fact, look at some of the other options that brand has. Let me go back to that real quick and click on it for you. That one, oh my gosh, it's so cool. I've played with it so many times and have done so many different lights with it. But you can put it under a cabinet. You can put it, and the really neat thing about it is because it is hook and loop or magnetic, depends on where you want to put it, how you want it to place it. It does need to be charged, so it's not like this one that's electricity. You would need to recharge that one, but if you had it someplace close to where you could plug in, it's just a little USB or BC, not sure which one it is, but easy to charge. Let's see. This is, I think, well, one of those goes to my camera, but yeah, so this is the charging that comes with it. So super simple, easy to charge. I am in a routine of when I finish a show, I plug it in, I charge it. It's just like a routine for me. But it's super easy. You just move it wherever you want. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking. That is one of my absolute favorite items. I was so glad I got that in the very beginning because I love the lighting. Next to the desk is pretty amazing too. And then I was talking about this mic. Okay, because as I was saying earlier, I do the Amazon shoppable videos, and the number one reason, well, other than just not knowing what you're talking about and not being professional and not know, anyway, the other reason, one of the main reasons that people drop off of a video is audio. If the audio sucks, people will leave in a second. So I decided I was going to try a couple of different mic versions because sometimes I do videos that are in the bathroom and they sound very echoey, like the bathroom where I'm getting ready, doing hair and makeup, but they sound very echoey. So I've been testing this mic. Why the corded? Why did I use corded? Because I didn't feel like the Bluetooth had that crisp sound this one has. I've tested them, just so you know. I feel like this one has crisp sound. It's worth it to me to be plugged in and tethered than to have that weird, like crackly, not quite as crisp, and having that like bass to it, if you know what I mean on that. And I don't want to make it really loud here, but I don't want to make it loud. I don't know if I can do it really easy. So this clip, you can put the clip anywhere. You guys, if it's loud, I'm sorry. Magnet. So super simple to wear it. Other than tethering, I just went under my shirt. I looped it around my belt loop so that I didn't pull it out. And that's it. So that's why I have that. I think that that is an option if you are doing any kind of content creation where you don't have the option of having a boom mic or something like that. And so what I've used when I've been playing with doing video is this is a connector I use for my phone. So this goes into my phone and then the mic plugs into that. And it's perfect. It's crisp, it's clear, it works just perfect, just perfectly. So that's what I use for that. Very easy to use. Um, it's plug and play, which I really like. So this is something I use when I'm not sitting at my desk. And yeah, Jake just got home. So if you hear, he just walked in. He's getting ready to go out of town for the weekend. So I think he probably had to go get all his stuff together. All right. So that's why I did this. Now, if you're looking to do a podcast or if you're doing vlogging or doing something like that, I would consider having an external mic. Your phone works great. Even my camera, the audio from the mic on my camera works really well as well, but not like this. This works really well in all environments. So to me, it's worth it to just invest a little bit, and especially when it's deeply on sale, 41% off for limited time only. So this is a limited time deal, so that will go quickly. If you are at all interested in looking at something like this, and you put it in your cart, make sure you check out before the show or the end of the show, because it will go away. Limited deals don't last very long. Okay, so that's why I'm tethered. Now this is your checklist. So you're a content creator, or you're thinking about becoming a content creator. What are the things I need? Or maybe I'm doing live shows on something and I don't even know where to start. Oh, I didn't even put in my ring light. Oh, well, there's the ring lights in my shoppable. If you see the link up above, let me type it in here one more time. This is my Amazon shop, and this is where you can find a lot of stuff. Who? Oh, oh my gosh! Welcome. It's good to see you. I just saw James Ray come up. Hi. So is it Joanne? Hello, welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for coming in. Let me see here. Let me catch up on the chat. Oh, I get it. Okay. I was like, hello. Thank you. Janine and Joanne. Remember, you totally helped me with memory stuff. Okay, so we talked about, you got your kit. I'm putting together your YouTuber, your vlogger, your content creator kit. So now you have your cool lights if you're doing it in studio, or you have a portable if you're doing it out of studio. You have your table and chair, you have those things. You have your lavalier, your mic, tethered mic. What else did we talk about? Those are the main things so far. And I had to throw this one in there. Hey, you guys, this is funny, but this is not funny, and funny at the same time, because I just bought this cool new stand, except that at the same time, I cut off all my fingernails to start all over again, and I can't get in to get But I wanted to throw this in there because if you're doing content creation and you can hold your phone like this, you can talk. If you're doing vlogging and you wanted to use your phone, you can do this and not feel like you're going to drop your phone. All right. It's really important to me because there's a lot of times that I'm doing a live and I want to be able to have my phone, not feeling like I have to grip onto it. It's going to fall. No, I love this. And I also have used it with a lanyard, the clip-on lanyard, so that it hangs here. I have it when I need it. I can use it to take photos. I can tell you about that if you're interested. But I hang this around my neck, and this is what it hangs from. So just so you know, I wanted to throw that in there. This is one of my my newest favorite finds. So I just went ahead and added that, clicked on that in the carousel. So it's a magnetic phone ring. And I have purchased my fair share of not so great versions of this. This one I am absolutely willing to share because I love that it is substantial. So this is magnetic. So you can take that off. Did you hear that? Listen. It's strong. The magnet is strong. The clip is strong. So no dropping that phone. Clip it on, take photos, do whatever it is you need to do. It's perfect. Thank you, Joanne, for being here. I'm like trying to figure these all out. Okay, there's that. So I'm trying to give you your toolkit. You guys getting your toolkit? You feeling like you're getting some ideas of some things that maybe will help? Let me see here. I want to add, let me go here real quick. Let me look. Oh, while I'm here, can you please do me a favor and follow me on all the social media platforms as Angie Strader. Angie Strader. And if you noticed, I've kind of started to drop off the last name, and a lot of things just say live with Angie because it's not Angie's trader. I'm not the trader. I'm Angie. So anyway, Angie Strader. And I would appreciate if you give me a follow on Instagram. That's the one I will stay the most active on. Although I got to say, I'm not the most active on any social media right now, but I will give it an effort, I promise. If you will, I will. Is that a deal? All right. Let me see. Now, what is one of the biggest things or the biggest investments that you could make if you're doing a podcast? The camera. Absolutely 100%. I believe that you can do it with your phone. And I even believe that you can do it with an Android. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty sure. I think that you can do it with an Android. That is a total dig on my Android sister friends. I am an Apple person, 100% have been since they first came out. I actually slept on the sidewalk 2 or 3 times to get Apple products. I was one of those crazy people. Anyway, I digress. A camera is really, really important, and a nice camera, but one that's not going to break the bank. I happen to be a huge Sony fan. I'm an Apple fan, but I'm also a Sony Pro photographer. Say that. So I want to say that with confidence. I'm a Sony Pro photographer. I have all the Sony things that you can imagine. And when I decided to get a specific camera body for doing the podcast and doing lives, I went with Sony. So this is the Sony app. Let me get it up here. This is the Sony Alpha ZVE10. Okay, this is the Sony Alpha ZVE10. This one has the interchangeable lenses, which I think is so important. The one that I have here featured today it comes with the lens with this particular camera. I have probably 25 lenses. I'll just stay with 25. So this lens that comes with this kit right here, I highly recommend this lens if you don't already have lenses that would fit the Sony. So that's why I put this one in here. The camera that I am using right now for this live stream is this camera. It's so easy. It truly a plug and play. The settings are easy. I didn't change anything on it. And like I said, I'm that person who tweaks and twists and does all the things. This one, I went at it like, if I didn't know anything about photography and I didn't know anything about cameras, how would I use this camera? I would charge it, I would plug it in, I would follow the directions, and I would hit live stream because there's a setting for that. And that was it. That's it. I use it for doing product videos. That's it. I strictly just use it for those things. Love it, but this also is a great camera for if you're doing just everyday photography, if you want to do family photos or any kind of photography, it's a great camera body. I highly recommend this. It's a great Sony product as far as to get in the door on Sony. And once you shoot with Sony, you're going to love it. You absolutely would love it. I think that if Jake is still in the chat, he might agree to that. I bought him a Sony camera pretty soon after we got together. I got it for him as a birthday gift, and he thought I lost my mind. But in case of an emergency, I'm pretty sure he's going to grab his Sony camera just as fast as I'm going to grab mine, or my two, or my set. So this is the camera I highly recommend if you're ready to upgrade to a camera versus using a smartphone. Some platforms you can only use a smartphone if you're doing live streaming and things like that. But if you have the opportunity to do a YouTube channel or any kind of vlogging, love this one. Now let me see if I put this in order. Let me check something real quick. Let me check in the chat. Appreciate you guys that are here. Thank you so much. Let me introduce myself again really quick. My name is Angie. I live in Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm originally from Northern California. It's a small town named Chico, California. Have you ever heard of it? It's probably not as small as it used to be. It's a great place to grow up. And then after some time in the Air Force, I lived in Shreveport, Bossier City in Louisiana. I fell in love with Dallas, Fort Worth. So when I got an opportunity to move back to Texas, or to move to Texas, I jumped on it. So that's how I got here. I have a daughter. She and my son-in-law run our family business, and I have two amazing grandkids. So that's me in a nutshell. And I would love to know about you. If you can tell me in the chat where you are tonight, where you're from, where you are right now, like what state, what city, things like that. I would love to hear. That would absolutely make my day. Now, I'm going to keep talking though, but I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. I want to show you about this next, or tell you about this next item that goes with the camera. You saw me earlier, maybe. Let me see how this one comes up on my side over here. I wanted to see. Let's see. Let's pull this up. Yes. Okay. So this is the selfie stick that I use with this camera. That gives you an idea that camera, the Sony ZV. Okay. Yeah, if you know me, you know numbers are not my thing. ZV-E10. Let me just remember that. The ZV-E10 is lightweight enough that I can use it on this selfie stick. So this extends, and it also has a removable remote that is magnetic that goes on here. So I can use this, by the way, I use this when I'm doing videos in general. I can use this to zoom in. I'm not going to zoom in too much. Zoom out. And I can hit record. I can take a photo. This is a great, and then it also is a tripod. All right, so I use this for a lot of things because it is super simple. I will take the remote off, set up my tripod, put the camera on. Right now it's set up for a phone. So I had my iPhone on this earlier, but this easily comes off right here. There's a little nut that you can take off right here. You set that aside. And the camera body will just screw into the bottom, or the top of this, the bottom of the camera body screws in right there. So I will set this up and I will use my remote. It's so easy. There's things that are so easy. And this one is substantial enough. And here's the benefit of this too. Having the Bluetooth remote that you can remove is so pivotal. If I could show you all of the versions of tripods I have, it's shameful actually. I have so many versions of tripods that it's supposed to do this or it's supposed to do that, and it's, you know, it has a little clicker on it that usually has one or two buttons. The one, sometimes it says Android, sometimes it says iOS. They never quite work. They don't connect. As you can see, I turn this off, turn it back on, and within seconds, I mean, it is ready to go. There's no lag time. There's no waiting to pair it. There's none of that. None of that. So I just don't want to turn off the video part of it right now. Anyway, I wanted to throw that in there because not just for content creators, but if you're looking for something that you can, it swivels, it does all of it, it's just so much. But if you need something like this, think about the holidays. This is what I do. I'll set these up inconspicuously because I have enough. And I also keep camera bodies and outdated phones that just do like video. But I'll set these up around the house during the holidays when family and friends are over or we're opening Christmas gifts, and I just set them to record. They're inconspicuous. Nobody knows. I've got my little remote now that I'm really excited about because I can zoom in if I see something going on, like I want to get the kiddos opening something, I'll zoom in. I'm all about this one. So throwing that one in there, you can attach an iPhone. I don't know if this one comes with an iPhone attachment or a smartphone attachment on it, because I have so many of these that they get interchanged. And to be honest with you, I don't know if that's the original that came with it or if I just added that on. But highly recommend this one for all the reasons. And look how collapsible and how small it becomes for the height, pull on the right part of it, for how high it goes, and to be a tripod, and the head swivels at the top here. It's just, it's all, it's got it all. It's got it all. And this remote, just remember, it's going to be key at the holidays. I can't wait. Okay. Nobody told me where you're from. Oh my gosh. Nobody told me where you're from. Sorry if I just smacked my mic. Anyway, let's keep going here. Now we have our lights for our content creation. We're getting our stage ready, so we have our lights. I have 2 sets of flowers back there. The not real with that's really bright back there that I really should adjust. And then fresh flowers from a friend. And let's see, I've got my cool swivel chair with my easy exit armrests. Honestly, I didn't know these had these armrests when I bought the chair, and I'm just even that much happier about it. And right now, like I said, let me go back. It is, let's see, go back to the chair because the chair is 47% off. 47% off. Jake, I need to know, do we need more chairs for anything? Because I really like this chair. Okay, so now we have our chair, we have our cool table or desk, writing desk, and we have our camera body, which, so nerdy camera talk, that's where I will get nerdy. Camera body is just the body itself without lenses. The one that I have in that I put in here today is a kit, and it comes with a great lens. That's a really good lens. So I highly recommend that, even if you're not a content creator and you're looking for a good digital camera, this is a really good one. And Sony, one of the things about Sony is the keyword that I like to say is it's what you see is what you get. When you look in the viewfinder, so this one has the back screen display. When you look at that photo that you're going to take, that's what it looks like. If you're used to some other digital DSLR cameras, they don't always deliver what you think that you're going to get. It's what you see is what you get. It's perfect. It's so easy. All right, so there's that. Sony fan, Apple fan. Those are my things. All right, you've got your selfie stick. And the next thing is, now, this is kind of an odd one, but I wanted to throw this in there because if you are doing content creation where you're doing product demos, or maybe you're doing something where you need to be filming something that's in front of you and you want to do a top-down view, I got you on that one. So this one is, I'm going to move this desk over here and see if we can see this pretty easily. I'm just going to take this off. So, by the way, this rolling desk, I don't know how well you can see it here, but this rolling desk, I actually got this. I had surgery and I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to move. I thought I was going to need this as a workstation last year. And it's in my shop, by the way, but it's under reseller tools, I believe. but it goes raises up and down. It has shelves. It has all the things. Anyway, this thing right here, it clamps in. Do I have it showing? I do. I just want to bring this up real quick so I can tell you what it says. So it's an overhead camera mount, and it holds 5 pounds of horizontal load bearing weight. It's adjustable camera stand, flexible arm, desk mount, and a clamp. So it clamps in. It has one of those little twisty clamps that goes down here, and then this comes off, and you can adjust this in so many ways. So I use it for, like I said, I do the product videos. You'll see that what I'm talking about if you go into my shop. And so I can put my phone or my camera right straight down. So I can be working on whatever I need to work on here. I can narrate or I can voice over later. And I'm getting that overhead view and up to 5 pounds, which is a lot of weight. So it adjusts, it goes all the way straight. It does all of it. So if you're doing anything like that and you're looking for, maybe you're wanting to do a craft channel on YouTube. That's what I was thinking of. Also, is someone who wants to do a craft channel or jewelry making or sells jewelry, and they want to have their aerial view basically from above, flat lays, things like that. This is a perfect item for that. And it extends, it does everything, and it's super easy to use. I can position it. It clamps on to the side of my island in the kitchen. So I've used it in the kitchen, in the vanity, in my bathroom. So the pole slips on here with the clamp, and then this just goes into the top, and it also secures. So that's it. Now it's like way up there, but I'll fix that later. But I wanted to show you this piece because, let me see if I can get it to come down here a little bit. All right, see, so there's, tighten it all and move it out of the way. There we go. So very simple to use. If you need something like that, I highly recommend it. And now I'm looking at it here, it's 15% off today as well. So it doesn't say limited time deal, but it is 15% off. So that's a great, great deal. I have a need for it. I use it for other things, but I think I'm going to use it for doing something to do with jewelry, that I can do an overhead view of jewelry, because sometimes it's hard to show jewelry when you're way back here. So that's my thought. All right. Are you guys doing okay? Let's do a check-in. I want to check in. Is everyone okay? Deep breath. Let me take a drink of water real quick. Oh, that feels good. Okay, now, kind of getting a little nerdier here. This one is going into, this is the thing. This is the Blue Yeti microphone. And this is what I use for my podcast when I do the podcast with Becky. I love this. I love this microphone. This is the Blue Yeti USB. Let me pull this one up here so I can see it better. And I have mine mounted next one as well. This is the, bring that up, and then I will bring this up. So Becky, if you look at our videos, you will see that Becky uses the same, she turned me on to, that sounded really weird, but she told me about Yetis, and my thought was, Yeti, aren't those coolers? Okay, well, this is Blue Yeti. And let me see if I can turn this around so you can see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn that around, and I don't want to because I don't want to mess up my settings on this. I love you, but I'm not changing it. Anyway, this is on, so Becky uses it on a microphone stand. So she has her Blue Yeti on a microphone stand in front of her. This is how I use mine. I like to move it around, up, down. Honestly, I like the coverage that it gives in front of me. I like that it's kind of gives me a little bit of like, I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. I like having that little bit of coverage right in front of me. It gives me that little buffer space, maybe. I don't know. And I like this boom. This is basically a premium tube style broadcast boom arm and Blue Radius custom shock mount for the Yeti and Yeti Pro USB microphones. So the shock mount is this is mounted onto my really pretty white desk, my writing desk. And this prevents from any time that I'm hitting, like if I hit this or if I'm on my laptop and I'm doing things, it's not picking up the sound. This is basically absorbs the sound and doesn't go into the mic. That's basically what that's for. And then I also did I put this in? I did. I put the I put the spit guard. It's not a spit guard, guys. It actually has a name, and it's called the Mutter. Okay, the Mutter mic cover, foam microphone, windscreen, screen. It's for that like sounds and the sounds. It helps reduce those sounds. I hope you liked my audio like input there. Anyway, it moves. It's super simple. Move it around however you need it. Once you get it to where you like it, it will stay. You want it to be so it doesn't look weird, but anyway, there is the Blue Yeti microphone. Very simple to use. It does have your controls on it. And then here is, let me go back to here. This is another one of those plug and play things. It has a mount, screw mount to kind of like this thing over here does. You know, it kind of has that little like toggle thing. So it connects to the table. It's not so heavy that the table feels off balance. And it really, USB. Well, that's for the mic. Let me see, where's mine? Oh, I unplugged it because it was plugged in earlier and I thought I was going to talk through that. So it plugs right into my laptop and that goes into my streaming service. It's super simple. You can use it for Zoom if you wanted to be really super fancy on Zoom calls. It's really easy. All the things I'm showing you today, I promise you, they are plug and play easy. That was my goal. I want it to be easy. I don't want to inundate you with all of the specifications, and if you want all of those, you can read them. I have tested multiple cameras and returned multiple cameras because they were supposed to be for bloggers and YouTubers and all that stuff. No. Go with Sony for me. That was my thought. I'm going to go with what I know works, and it works easy. Same thing Becky told me about the Blue Yeti. I'm like, okay, you say it's good, I'm going to go with it. I have nothing else to go by. That's what I'm sticking with. And I really like it. And I like having the arm and I like the shock mount because I'm one of these people that I will hit the table. I'll make all the sounds. And so I like having that. So there is that. And then now here, I'm going to do this one in reverse. I had it in here to show you this direction, but I'm going to do this in reverse. Let me go here. So when Becky and I first started doing our podcast, this is what we look like. This is what we look like. We're super cute, by the way. But once again, I'm a Sony fan, as you can tell. There's another Sony item here. And this is, now I can't hear myself, but this is what we look like. Don't we look like, don't I look like so legit and official? Like, ooh, she's a YouTuber or she's a podcaster. Yes. But it was messing up our hair. That's the main reason. Honest to goodness. We put them on and to me, I felt like my hair, it's all messed. It didn't feel, and it felt like I was in this bubble. I don't know. I love this. Here's how I still use. So all that to say, this is what we started with. We started with the Sony MDR7506 Professional. I'm not talking into that anymore, but I act like I am. Okay, professional large diaphragm headphone. It's the international model. And so red for right, blue for left. Look how easy this collapses and goes into the little storage bag. Now, all is not lost because when we decided that we didn't want to have the headphones because we're too vain, we didn't want to have the big headphones on, we switched to these are fabulous. And I will get back to my Sony headphones because I absolutely love them. However, this is what we switched to. After much research, I mean a lot, and finding out who uses these, I decided that I had to have them as well. They're the Shure Aonic C215 inner ear monitors. Okay, inner ear, they're earbuds, but they're called inner ear monitors. Love this packaging. I don't know if you can see it. Love the packaging. And okay, if a company goes to all the trouble to make it super cute and cool like this, look, I don't know if you can see this. This is a round case, right? Wouldn't you expect a round case to roll? No, this one does not roll because it has cute little feet on the bottom of it. It's just gonna sit there. It's so cute. Anyway, little things excite me. I can't lie. All right, so this is gonna sit right there. When you open this up, you get your Shure open, read, and experience directions. You don't need it. I mean, I don't know. If you like reading directions, go ahead. You don't really need to. It's very intuitive. Your earbuds will be positioned in here nicely. And then if you need even more information, there's more in the bottom. Have at it. I don't see the need. I just, again, plug and play. That is my motto. It really is. If I can't plug and play, then I'm probably not going to experience it. So it also comes with this cute little carrying case, and here are your inner earbuds. Now, these are, let me show you here. These go from behind. This is one of the reasons I wore my hair up today. It's because I wanted to show you this. So I swear, we'll get on a podcast and I'll watch Becky. She sits down, like we sit down, we're like, because we don't have our earbuds in yet, so we can't hear each other. And I see her and she's like she has hers on and I'm like over here struggling. But anyway, that's all there is to it. They fit in the ear, virtually undetectable. You can't see them. And then again, you're still tethered. It comes down the back. And for me, it plugs into the back of my, let's see if I can, nope, not doing it. It plugs into the back of my microphone. So I feed through my microphone, which then goes into my laptop, which then goes into my streaming or whatever platform we're using. But for me, this wasn't long enough. Remember, I don't know if you saw earlier, I said, I feel like I'm sitting like my little bitty arms and I can't move. Well, this was part of my problem. So I got an extender, which is, I have that up right now in the carousel. So now I can feel much freer about moving about, and I'm not going to take my microphone off. It's like going to come with me. So much more freedom. So I highly recommend these earbuds. They're very simple. So the reason I didn't put them back in the box is because they are set up for me now. So I can put them in easy. These are moldable, shapeable. There's a great video on their products, on how to put these in. Once you get it, you get it. Very simple. The way I remember is the right ear is the one with the controls. So it has volume and it has mute right here. But just so you know, the Yeti mic, the blue Yeti mic, has a mute right here on the front as well. So I just mute that sometimes when I'm like, I try at least. So those are the setups on that. Now let me go back to what I was saying about all is not lost on my Sony headphones, because I'll put this together later. When I do editing and I'm at home doing editing mostly, I'll take the Shure the small inner earbuds with me if I'm traveling, but these are my preferred headphones that I'll use when I'm doing video editing, because you really do need to have good sound. You need to really hear with, I have a confession to make. I recently did a YouTube short, and if Becky, if you see this and if you haven't left and you're going to see this later, I did a YouTube short and I was wearing sound canceling earbuds. Well, it also canceled out the fact that I made the music way too loud in the background. That's because of the earbuds I was wearing, because I didn't take the time to put these in. So just so you know, they make a difference. If you're going to do any video editing whatsoever, please, please, please pay attention to the sound. The sound will make or break the viewing experience, the listening experience for your viewers. So there is that. Let's see, I've gone through, we've done, I want to make sure now you're getting all your stuff set up. The next thing that happens, and I promise you, Becky and I have been through this. We ran out of hard drive space. Then we moved, each of us, and then we moved to using Dropbox. And then we ran out of Dropbox space because our files are big. Our files are very big for what we're doing for our recording. So then I had found this, let me bring this up real quick. The SanDisk 2 terabyte. Oh, I mean, if you know anything about, or if you're anywhere close to my age, to think about something like this small being 2 terabytes, it's ridiculous to me. It absolutely blows my mind. Anyway, so we ended up getting external hard drives. This one is SanDisk, which is pretty much one of the only external storage brands that I trust. I use SanDisk for my my cards and my cameras. So SanDisk, this is 2 terabytes. This one is 20% off right now, you guys. 2 terabytes for $119 right now when the time this is being made. This is what I use. So this one, as it says, photography. And there's one that's plugged into the side of my laptop right now that is for video. So this is all of mostly my outdoor photography. And like I said, I have another one for just video. That way I can keep things straight. And I can clip this on. So what I'll do is I take my hard drives with me because I'm over the place all the time. And I can clip this inside of either my camera bag or whatever bag I'm taking. And I don't have to feel like if it falls out, I just don't even want to think about it, that if I lost one of these hard drives. So I do clip them in to securely on the handle or inside the bag somewhere and tuck it in so it's not going to fall out, because it's not the money, it's not the money that costs for the hard drive. It's what's on the hard drive that's not worth it. And when you start creating content of any type, you create so much, or you record so much, and then you cut down to like a minute and a half. And then if you're like me, I don't go and clean it enough. And then I end up having clean out the stuff that I didn't use. And then I just have all this extra content, but you can use that content and repurpose it. I promise you can use it for other things. So keep that in mind. And the hard case, so they're sold separately. Just so you know that this case is sold separately from the hard drive. So the hard drive comes like this. Well, let me use that side. So here's the hard drive, and it comes with the cord, and it comes with an adapter. And so this is what stays. And another thing about this that I really, really appreciate is that when this is in my laptop, so I have a Mac, I have a MacBook. Anyway, it doesn't come out. If you know how many have had an external hard drive, the minute you just move your laptop, it disconnects, and you get that nasty little message that says that you should have eject properly and blah, blah, blah. I can pick up my laptop, I can go downstairs, I can sit on the couch, I can set it on off to the side, I can do whatever, and this never disconnects until I eject it. That's a big selling point, because if you know, you know, because I know. I don't know how many times, and I always worried, like whenever something would, like I got that message of like to eject properly, I was always worried I was going to lose data. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm good. All right, get the storage case, back up all your photos. If nothing else, we talked about family photos, we talked about videos. Just think about what's on your phone. So if you can back it up, if you can back up all that stuff, or maybe scan in family photos or albums, or and have something secure that's also small, easy to carry, go to family, plug it in, share photos, videos, all the things. It's super simple. I highly recommend that one, and get the carrying case. Now, have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? Well, why did I put lip gloss as one of the items that goes in here? Because that's just who I am. That's just who I am. I am going to throw in there things like hair, makeup. No, do you need to worry about them? No, no, you don't. But I got to tell you that when you do as much talking as this kind of format takes, I know, because I see you ladies on YouTube and I see you on other platforms, and I see the like, our lips get dry, right? All right. If you haven't tried Buxom before, I'm going to tell you about Buxom. And I also have a really good video in a shoppable video in my store, in my shop, that I put in the chat earlier. Anyway, this is Buxom, and this color is Dolly. Dolly is so universal, but I feel like when you have just a little, like if you don't even wear makeup, just put a little color, especially on your lips. This really makes your teeth look white. It feels so good. Has not a tingle, it's fresh. So when you're talking and you're like parched and it feels fresh. You can't pop a mint in your mouth. You can't chew gum, but this just has this like refreshing feeling. So this is Buxom, and it is Dolly, and it's almost the same color as my top. I just realized that. But it's very universal color. I wanted to throw that in there because I had to have something girly, and I use it all the time. In fact, when I replaced this one, the other tube, I was doing the like scraping around to get into it. So there is that. Now, let me go back and see what you guys had some interest in, and see if I can answer any questions for you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Janine, for asking about the light. The light, in fact, I am going to gently move over there without unplugging myself, I hope. That is a drawback of having being tethered, but I wanted to grab this because this light, I'm going to turn down the intensity also while I'm sitting here because it's really, really bright. Okay. Well, if I do it the right way, it might help. Okay. So I'm not sure how that's going to show up on the camera, but let's change the hue to, let's go through the colors real quick. There's pink. I don't know if that's showing up. It's looking just very white, but maybe you can see it on my hands. Anyway, you can, and it does have a magnet in the back. I don't know if I have anything metal in my life. Is this metal? Ah, this is metal. So look at that. It worked. So this will stick. It has the hook and loop, or it has the batteries on the back. It's rechargeable. I don't know how many colors, intensity, it has all the things. So love this one. I'm going to go ahead and put her right here for now. How about if we just do that? Nope, I don't like that. We're going to turn her off. That's what we're going to do. She is off. So I want to get more of those. I love them. I know that we had that was something you guys were really interested in. Also this chair. Huge on this chair. The table. The table. Let me bring this up really quick. This table is, if there's one thing in this show that I think that I mean, there's all the things, but if you have needs for a table like this or a writing desk, it's gorgeous. It is so pretty and it's durable, but it's lightweight. So I can move it, I can pick it up, but it's also sturdy enough that I have two laptops. I have I have everything. I have my microphone. This one has the side pocket. I have so much stuff. Keith, hello, Keith. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy to see you. I love it. I love all these names that come up, and I'm like, who's Joe, or who's James, or who's Michael, and Rochelle. Yay, it's good to see you. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. If you could, my dear, if you could do me a favor, let me see where da, da, da. Make sure you hit the follow for me. The follow on this platform is everything. So if you could follow, and then you'll get all the updates and when I do future lives. And also I'm going to put it in. That's your first name? Jeez. All the things I learn. Okay, I'm putting in there also my Amazon shop so you can see I have lots of videos with video reviews curated. There's a specific entire curated section at the top on resellers. So it's a reseller shortcuts. And I'm going to do a total resellers show. So all the things I do for shows. I didn't even know they did lives here. How did you find me? How'd you find me? I'm curious. I'm not sure where, but I'm glad you're here. So she said, Keith said, oh, yeah, because I did put it there at the last second. She said, I didn't even know they did lives here. Yes, but never go by. I did. I posted a message at the last minute. I was like, it's been a rough week. And I thought if I can do anything to take my mind off of my week, I'm going to do a live on Amazon because it is a different beast than what some of us are used to on other places. And I had gone on vacation mode on my life, and I thought I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do on content creator because I do content creation. I do podcasts, YouTube videos. I do lots of videos. So I wanted to share that it's not difficult and that this is kind of like a DIY. Here's everything you need. And here we are. So please take a look in the carousel. That's what they call the shopping. It's the carousel that has everything in there. If you have any questions on any of the items, Keith, let me know. But I was just talking about this desk, this writing desk or table. I absolutely love it. It's lightweight enough that you can move it in places that you may need it. Like I said, I see it for a bedroom, and like ladies' writing desk. It sounds so antiquated, but I love how pretty it is. And I love that it's lightweight, but sturdy. So it has all the things. It has all the check marks. And then let's see, you guys that was one of your main ones, and I wanted to go over this magnetic clip. Okay, so this also is going to I can move this one because I'm not using this mic. This may actually go into resellers as well. This may go into the resellers section in my shop because I use a tether that I'll also put in there. I use a lanyard, and I clip my phone to the lanyard, and then this is when I move things around and I take it back to take pictures. It's right there. Plus, I don't have to worry about dropping it. But this is what I do. I clip on, and then it just hangs down in front of me. I can grab it. I actually wear it almost like a crossbody, so it's off on my side. And It's like a thing. But anyway, it's very strong. This is what I was saying earlier. If you know the sound, it's very strong. So this was another one you guys were very interested in. I want to just go back and make sure if there was anything that you guys had a lot of interest in covered. And oh, and then the Buxom, the lip gloss, absolutely worth it. It does give you a little bit of a shine. It feels refreshing. And this Dolly is the color that I think is the most flattering and universal for everyone. And that's it. That's it, guys. I think I've covered anything, or I've covered everything that I can think of. And if you are looking to start your own YouTube, podcast, vlogging, whatever it is, here's a lot of ideas that you can get started for fairly inexpensive and some great deals today, and some tips that I threw in because I've learned along the way. And I hope that helps. So, other than that, I think that my next show coming up is going to be, I don't know, if you guys think about it, you want to shoot me a message, let me know. I'm thinking about Resellers World and all the things that I've kind of, things that I've gathered from that to share, and so much more. So please hit the follow. I appreciate that. And follow me on Instagram. It's Angie Strader. Easy. And what else is there? I think those are the main things. I will see you again soon. I will be doing these lives more often, but please check out my Amazon shop. See all the little videos I have in there. And if you, again, if there's something you're interested in that I don't have in there already, ask me. I may already have it. I would love to do a video on it, or if it's something you'd like me to test, I will totally test it because those are the kind of things I enjoy. Other than that, I'm out. I'm done. We're having pizza. So it's pizza night. It's a night, early night for us to do pizza. We generally do it on Fridays, but anyway, we're doing it early. Jake's going out of town. So know this, know that you are loved, know that you are important in this world, and know that I appreciate you being here, and go out and do something kind for someone this week. Deal? Bye.